So what is up, bros? I have a new video for you, and this is a very special one. Those fake consoles, man, they just keep popping up. I found a fake console on Aliexpress which has the resemblance of an Xbox One S. So I ordered one and it set me back about $55, and then I saw that customs got a hold of the console and they charged me with an additional $25, ranking this shit up to $80 fucking dollars. $80 fucking dollars for a cheap knockoff console. This is the fake Xbox One S console. It's really light. It weighs about 250 grams. It has a power output, of course, for the power plug, the AV output, stereo and video, an HDMI output, which was very suspicious, and a TF card slot input. On the front we have the power button right here, and we have USB inputs, two USB inputs for the controllers. It comes with two of these knockoff PlayStation 1 controllers. If you shake them around, you can hear the sound. It has analog input. I've tested it. If you push it, it lights up red. In the box you also get an HDMI cable. And it comes with a power plug with which is a US power plug, but it comes with an adapter in the box so you can put it into European plugs. So you are all wondering, what the fuck is this console? Well, I'll show it to you. It cost me $80, but I'll show it to you. So this is what you get after booting up the machine. You get the front screen, which is just an emulator machine for multiple consoles. You got the Neo Geo, you got the Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, and the NES. There's also an option to load your ROM. I can tell you for starters that this machine is not legal, because every category you see here has preloaded ROMs on it. Let me show you. Let me show the Super Nintendo. There you go. They're all SFCs or SMCs, which are just dumped ROMs. And I'm guessing these are just dumped ROMs from the internet and slapped onto this console. And they just run fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the emulation itself. So as you can see, I'm running this through an AV output cable, and I was showing you a little bit that the HDMI input has little to no effect. If you press select and start at the same time, you get the options menu. You can continue the game, you can adjust the settings, and the only settings that there are skipping frames. Buttons set. You can adjust the button settings on this PlayStation 1 joystick. So far these settings for the Super Nintendo games are correct. You can even save state your game, as it's called Instant Archive. I have no idea where it saves to, if there is a memory bank inside the console. You can reset the game, of course, and you can quit the game, which brings you back to the main menu. 60. There you go. 60 games on the Super Nintendo. These are not the best games. I mean, there's Super Mario, Super Mario RPG, which are pretty good. All Stars, Contra, of course. So let me show you some of these Sega games right here. Let me try Sonic 2. So as you can see, this console runs the 2D 16-bit era games just fucking smoothly. 154 NES games pre-installed on it. All the Super Mario games are at the top, as you can see, the most important ones. And they all have, this is some weird shit. You got this Mario Bros cover right here. These are the original covers. Then you go down the ladder, you can see Super Mario Bros 14 and these different covers. I reckon these are just homebrew games made by someone else. Let me try Super Mario 14. Wow. What the fuck is this? So Super Mario turned into a ninja or something. Wow. I reckon the Super Mario Bros 2, this is the original Mario Bros 2 game right here. So let me check out the bootlegged version or the homebrew version. Okay, so this is just Super Mario Bros. 1. I have no idea why they call this 2, but... So you have your original NES ROM dumps on here. And there's a lot of bootleg games or homebrew games, like this one, Mario 16. I have no idea what the fuck this shit is. Let me try it for you. Without further even playing this one, this is just Caveman Ninja on the NES. Mashup between Caveman, yeah, this is a mashup between Caveman Ninja and Super Mario. They just replaced Caveman Joe with Super Mario. Let me show you a quick GBA. Let me try Mario Kart. So everything runs at a resolution of 640 by 480, which is the actual output for CRTs. So there is a possibility to play this with an analog stick, and that feels very welcome because the D-pad on this PlayStation 1 controller is quite horrible. It does not respond very quick. But playing a GBA game with an analog stick is really weird. It's not the authentic feel you had or have with the game. They added their own Chinese knockoff games to fill the library. You got games like Hot Drop added from some Chinese game library onto the console just to stack up the game library on this console. Games like Jewel Master, who gives a shit? This game has never been released on the Game Boy Advance, I can tell you that. But it has 16-bit graphics, and we need to put these games somewhere on a console. Hey, why not put it on the fake Xbox One console just to fill that shit up? And you can directly see you can even see the instant quality of these games. These are just simple arcade action games with no backstories, just walking around, shooting things, destroying things, and that's about it for a simple high score. So what I really do like about this console is the Neo Geo library. Okay, so all these games are not legally put there on this console, but goddamn, they have the Neo Geo library on it. I mean, come on. You got 114 games right there. So the Neo Geo games do need some time booting up because these are just zip files. They are large packages. As I can remember, Neo Geo ROMs are about 40 megabytes per game. If you do not know what a Neo Geo is, educate yourself. So I'll show you the HDMI output that this console will be giving you if you hook it up with the HDMI cable. And as you can see, what this console does is just keeps the aspect ratio of 640 by 480 even on my 4K 55-inch flat screen Sony Bravia TV. So if you look into the option menu, there is no option to adjust the ratio. So the HDMI output is fucking useless. I'm opening up the machine right now. It is opened up by removing the rubber feet, and when you open the console, it is just a load of plastic. That's why it feels so lightweight. It looks like a Raspberry Pi with a lot of output connectors for the USB ports, the power button, and the AV outputs. This is a, oh boy, which horses? This is a mildly good console. So if you like this review, do hit up the subscribe button right here in this corner. Check out the other playlists with the other game reviews that I made. A lot of fake consoles from China that I reviewed already, and we make a lot of other videos with our sponsor Loot Chest. We go to conventions, do quizzes with a lot of cosplayers. We're into the cosplayer scene right here. You can see it at the end, and yeah, do hit the subscribe button, man. You help us a lot.